Hi everyone, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm recording this in the evening. Had a busy day today and just finding time to record this so I can get this posted out for you. This is our project for today. I've been trying to bring you at least one Christmas card every week since the beginning of September. This is my Christmas card for this week, and it uses stamps from the Christmas Gleaming set. I haven't even used the main ones, these baubles, yet, but I'm using Deck the Halls and the Holly stamp today. Sorry if you can hear all the yelling in the background. My daughter is watching Strictly Come Dancing and I'm getting very involved with it, I think. Right, okay, so what are we doing? Let's get started. Card blank, normal size, measures 21 centimetres this way and 15 this way. Scored at 10.5, and in inches that is 8 1/4 by 6, and scored at 4 1/8. Okay, that's my normal card blank. And then cut your panel of crumb cake. So this is our thick Whisper White. This is crumb cake cardstock, and I have embossed it. I never know whether you can catch this on the camera. I try and get that. I don't know if you can see that. That's embossed with our subtle embossing folder, which I love. It just gives a very nice textured background to things without being too in your face. Don't quite like that line on it though. I might glue that side. Right, okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombow, if I can get any out. It is very old, this one. I might have to give up on this one. No, that's not going to work. Let me find another one. Got a drawer full here, so it's all right. I think that one needs to be binned. Here we go. This one's fine. So just, oh, I don't know. This one's running out as well. Oh no, there we go. Just don't seem to have any strength in my hands tonight to squeeze it all out. There we go. There we go. And I will just take a cocktail stick and smooth some of that out because I don't want that to squidge out. Got a few blobby bits there. So just take a cocktail stick if you're like me and don't want the glue to ooze out, and just smooth it out so you get a nice wide panel of glue. Sorry, I just realised I'd gone off camera. Obviously not a good idea recording in the evenings. I might go back to recording during the day. Just I've been out today and just this is the only minute I've had to do it. So there we go. And just place that there, and the panel is just 1/4 inch or 1/2 centimetre smaller than your card blank. So if your card blank is 10.5 by 15, the panel is 14.5 by 10, and the same for if you're working in inches. Right, then we need 2 die cut pieces. We need a white circle cut with this die and a scalloped red circle, real red circle cut with that. If I show you the dies in their sets, here's the set of the stitched circle die. So it's the second largest one that I've used there, and then with the scallops it's this one, which I think is the I think it's the third largest one there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this beautiful new Delicata gold ink and the Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly card and stamp this up. It's really beautiful, this ink. I am loving it. There we go. And just stamp that one. I'm stamping it slightly down the bottom, not too near the top, because I want to have, oh, that's beautiful. Look how beautifully that's stamped. That's a red rubber stamp. They stamped so wonderfully. And then I'm going to add in a minute a couple of little rhinestones and things. Okay, so that's going to mount onto there. Just be a bit careful with it when you do. Oh, that's blobbing. It's because I've just put it in a, oh, let me find a tissue. That's because I've had it standing in a thing of water, with a wet sponge in it, because then it keeps flowing nicely. Obviously there was a bit too much water in there tonight. There we go. I just keep it upside down in a little pot like this, and it's got a little bit of cotton wool and some which I've dampened, and it just means that it's always ready for me to use. Nice little tip if you don't already have a perfect gluing strategy. Right, I'm just going to smooth this out again, glue on here. So I want it right at the edge, but I don't want it splurging out, so this allows me to bring it right to the edge, but it's a very, very nice thin layer. And this is going to mount onto our red with just a tiny panel around the outside, tiny border. There we go. And if I show you my original, if I could find it, where did I put my, oh there it is. This is just going to go in the center of the card, straight onto the panel, so like this, so straight onto there. I think I'm going to make a whole batch of these. I think this is going to be, usually I make about 6 different designs that I change up and mix about, and then send those out as my Christmas cards. I can't bear to do, I think we need to send out about 80 cards. I can't bear to make 80 of the same cards, so I'd just divide what we need to send by 6 and make 6 different designs, so that I don't get too bored doing the same design over and over. And I think this is going to be one of them this year. I really love this holly stamp that we're going to be using. There we go. And then I need a piece of Whisper White card, which I've forgotten to get out. So excuse me while I just grab a piece of Whisper White card. Luckily everything's close to hand in my studio. So I need Whisper White card and Memento Black ink and the holly stamp from Christmas Gleaming. And you can see I've got a bit of gold on my fingers. That does take a bit longer to dry, that gold ink, so be very careful with it if you're handling it before it's completely dried. Oh, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Right, we're going to stamp 2 lots of holly. Well, that wasn't very clear, but that'll be fine. Right, and then what we're going to do is we are going to colour the holly with Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler blends. So I'm going to start off with my light Old Olive, and I'm just going to colour the whole of the leaf like so, and I will do 2 for this card, but I've done a bit of here's one I made earlier so that I don't have to worry too much about doing these on camera. I think it's quite nice for you to see me colour 1. I don't think you need to see me colour 2. You can just rewind the tape, can't you? There we go, that's all the light green. And then I'm going to come in with the darker green and the pencil, the bullet end, and I'm going to follow the line of the veins. So just like that. So just giving them a bit more definition. There's black veins coloured in already. You can decorate how you like. You might want to do one side of the leaf dark and one light, so it looks like a bit of a shadow. No right or wrong. What you will get is perfect results with our blends. They are so easy to use. I'm so happy I bought them. They just make colouring an absolute cinch. I'd avoided buying alcohol markers until Stampin' Up brought out theirs, although I'd looked at them a lot, but I just thought, oh, I'm so dreadful at colouring. They won't, even really nice markers won't help me. I tell you, our blends just make it so easy. There, look at how wonderful that is. So just go back over with the light one and the colours will blend together. So you won't get any harsh lines, you just get lovely blended colours. Love it. And then the berries, I'm going to do the same theory. So using the light Cherry Cobbler first. Must be one I've used a lot. My brush tip on here is getting a bit raggedy. I have to have a little bit of a trim of it or something to see if I can make it last a bit longer. So that's the light one, and then come back in and colour part of the berry with the dark one to give a bit of dimension, like so. There we go. And there we go. And then do the same with the other one, and then we need to fussy cut. Okay, let's find my scissors, my snips, and I won't do the whole thing, you can just cut them roughly, and I just cut right round the black line. So if you wanted to, you could leave a little border, but I just cut right round the black lines like so, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because that would be really dull camera work, and I'm sure you've got better things to do than spend your time just watching me fussy cut. Can you see though that I'm actually moving the card rather than the scissors? So move your object rather than the scissors, which will give you a smoother cut. Just do one berry and then I'll stop. So there we go. So you kind of push your card into your scissors. There we go. I'm not going to do any more of that. You can get the idea. So I'm going to bring my card back in, and I've got 2 holly leaves that I made before. Here they are. And I'm going to mount them on dimensionals. And I love this sentiment, deck the halls with boughs of holly. I don't go in for lots of different sentiments. I usually like just Merry Christmas on my cards, but I love deck the halls, especially when you've got holly on the card. I think it's lovely, and I think it just makes me feel really Christmassy because it's a lovely Christmas carol. And also I do like to decorate my home with holly at Christmas time. So there we go. Are you thinking about Christmas yet, I wonder? When you're a crafter like me, you do need to think about Christmas quite early. By the time it gets here, usually I've had enough, to be honest. And my children are now in their 20s, and we don't have any grandchildren yet, so there's no children in the family to speak of. And the magic of Christmas has gone a little bit because the kids lie in bed really late in the morning, and quite often my husband, who's a children's entertainer, gets a gig working in a hotel, so he's not usually around. So it's a bit of a damp squid sometimes, our Christmas. So I'd really quite like to go away for Christmas, I decided the other day. So we might think about going away somewhere at Christmas time, and we'll end up taking our grown-up kids with us, but that'll be fun. Nice family holiday over Christmas. Save me cooking, which is the main thing, and not only the cooking but the shopping for the food, which I hate doing at Christmas time. There we go. Right, there's our holly. Probably sound like a bit of an old Scrooge. I do love Christmas. It's just that we're sort of interim children. You know, our kids are grown up. We don't have grandchildren, so I think Christmas with all adults is a bit different to Christmas when you've got kids. There we go. We're going to add one little Granny Apple Green glitter dot. If I can get it to come off and get it with my tweezers. There we go. And we're going to put him up there. And then we're going to come in with a couple of red rhinestones. And put one there. And obviously if you haven't got any red rhinestones but you have got red blends, you could colour the normal rhinestones. There, that's our card finished. What do you think? Hope you like it. There we go. 2 identical cards. Lovely. Yeah, and I'll be back with more. It's Christmas inspiration very soon. Like I said, I'm trying to bring at least one Christmas project every week. We'll step it up a bit in November so we get a few more. But that's it from me today. Hope you've enjoyed my project. If you'd like to buy anything that I've used, please go down to the description and you'll find a link to my shop. But apart from that, thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you'd like to catch any more of my projects. That would be great. And I'll see you soon. Bye.